Hey everybody, what is up? Welcome back to some more Pokemon action. I'm your host Ryan, and today we're going to be taking a look at another tournament battle. This one's against Terralution 23 or Miguel. His whole team is Dusknoir, Mawile, Porygon 2, Camerupt, Aromatisse, and Conkeldurr. I was very odd to see the Dusknoir. Dusknoir is, in my opinion, the worst Trick Room setter in the game. And by worst, I mean that it's not that he can't get Trick Room up, or he doesn't really do anything. He's worse because Dusclops does everything he does but better. So there's really no reason to ever use Dusknoir, and I'm very sad to see that, Miguel. You should know better. Learning from me, you should know better. So going into his team, whenever I say Trick Room team, I like to start off with a non-Trick Room start, because it just makes my life easier if they set it up for me and they take the turn to set up Trick Room for me, so I can get more damage off. So I'm going to start off with Camerupt and Tyranitar. I'm bringing Gastrodon in the back just in case, you know, Mawile's good against Mawile, it's good against Camerupt, and Mr. Mime, because really out of the two Trick Room setters I had, they were both pretty even, so I went with Mr. Mime because I just like Mr. Mime better for Conkeldurr. So he starts off with Mawile and Porygon 2. Now, the Mawile is obviously going to switch out, but just in case he doesn't, I'm going to switch out my Tyranitar as well for Gastrodon, expecting an Iron Head. But even if I did stay in there, I was at -1. I wasn't going to really be doing very much, so I think switching out was my best option. Now, I am faster than the Mawile, which is interesting. So I think this team isn't exactly correct. I'll explain that later, as you'll see, but it's a little uncomfortable with some of the speed tiers. I think I screwed up some of the IVs, but basically I'm gonna just go for a Heat Wave here because there's really no reason not to. Even if he switches in anything outside the Camerupt, doesn't want the Heat Wave. Now he does set up Trick Room for me, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Now what I'm going to do here is I think go for Heat Wave, Earth Power, or maybe Scald. I don't know. Really, I should have just doubled into the Conkeldurr here. Gone for a double Earth Power, because Porygon 2 is not going to be doing anything. I don't know why I went for Heat Wave. I think I at some point deemed that this Oh, no. Okay, so I am right. I do double in with the Heat Wave. For a second, I thought this was the other video where the Conkeldurr was a lot bulkier than that, but no. We do take out the Conkeldurr with the Heat Wave, which is beautiful. I love that we took out the Conkeldurr in one shot. Because Conkeldurr can get annoying with the Drain Punch. It's pretty strong. In comes Dusknoir. I'm like, this Dusknoir is not going to be doing anything. But, you know, just in case it wants to do anything, I am going to double into the Dusknoir because, again, you never know. Now, he is a little bit bulkier than I expected him to be. He does take this like a champ, and he does have Citrus Berry. So, maybe I'm wrong about Dusknoir. I'll have to revisit that. I do like Dusknoir, so I kind of hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I'm not too concerned about the Porygon 2. It's going to go for an Ice Beam. It's not going to do very much. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which you saw missed. But next turn, he's just going to die, so no big deal. I think I go for the Earth Power and the Heat Wave here. Because Earth Power is not going to be enough to take out the Dusclops, but Heat Wave will not only kill the Dusknoir, but it will damage the Porygon 2, who at this point we don't think it has Recover. It could have Recover. Most likely has Recover, but that's okay. He will go for the Tri-Attack, which will do some damage. So, it does crit us, and it does bring us at a pretty low position where Mawile might be able to take us out with a Sucker Punch. Question that remains is, do I want to worry about the Sucker Punch? And to that, I say no. So what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to go for Heat Wave, Earth Power onto the Mawile and the Porygon 2. And that should be more than enough to take them both out. He does end up protecting, which is a little interesting. Because, again, you know, a Sucker Punch would have taken out my Camerupt. I'm pretty damn sure. It was a really risky play on my part. I don't know why I thought, oh, hey, he's not going to Sucker Punch me, he's no big deal. No, he's definitely going to Sucker Punch you. But the Trick Room runs out, and now, for some reason, I think, okay, he's going to Sucker Punch me. So I protect, and I was right. I don't understand, but that's okay. I do go for the Earth Power, and that's going to be a one-shot. As you can see in the top right corner, it is 7 out of 7. So, that is round 1 goes to me, a 4-0, because, wait, was it a 4-0? Yeah, it was a 4-0. Going to the second battle, I was just like, you know what? I like the lead. I like everything. I like what I had. I'm going to keep it going. So out comes Aromatisse and Conkeldurr. I'm like, oh, that is the worst lead for me possible. So I was like, well, I can't keep my Tyranitar in. I'm going to switch out Tyranitar for Mr. Mime, expecting the Drain Punch. Now he's going to predict me and Drain Punch the camera, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still in a pretty good position. So out comes my Mr. Mime. Now I'm going to go for Heat Wave here again because, why not? Spread move, pretty powerful. Won't kill either of them, but it'll do some decent damage, maybe 3-hit KO and 4-hit KO respectively. Now notice this Conkeldurr is faster than me before I Mega Evolve. That's important to note. My Heat Wave goes off and it actually brings the Aromatisse to below half, which is fantastic because that's a 2-hit KO. He does Moonblast my Tyranitar slot, which I think was actually a pretty good play. Because realistically, outside of Ferrothorn, nothing really wanted to take extra damage from a Moonblast, so that was pretty good. I like that. But since he doesn't have Citrus Berry, he is going to go down to another Heat Wave. I am going to Protect instead, though. The reason I'm protecting is I expect him to double into my Camerupt here. He doesn't. He ends up Heal Pulsing my, his Conkeldurr. But that works out well because I go for Trick Room, and if you recall what I said in the beginning of this episode, Mega Camerupt's the fastest thing in Trick Room. There's a couple of other things that are just as fast as it, but the problem with those is that they're either really weak or like Ferrothorn. Excuse me as a hiccup. So they really don't pose a threat to Camerupt. So really, it's only the Camerupt v Camerupt matchup. No big deal though. So I do get the Trick Room up. I'm going to go for another Heat Wave. He's going to protect the Aromatisse. I was really hoping to get the Aromatisse out this turn. But that's okay. A Heat Wave will go off and it will hit the Conkeldurr. Like I said, this isn't an Assault... well, that was a crit, but this is an Assault Vest Conkeldurr because it's taking these hits not as well as you would hope it to. So, yeah, I'm pretty confident in my Heat Waves. Now, the Conkeldurr is pretty much below half. Heat Wave will take it out for sure, no doubt in my mind. So my next turn is just simply going to be another Heat Wave. Now, one of the reasons why I don't mind Citrus Berry Mr. Mime on a Trick Room team with Sand is because of situations like this. As you can see, my Mr. Mime is almost at half. And the Sand will actually put me into Citrus Berry range, which will raise my health more than it would be if I were to attack. But here I went for sort of a, I guess you could say, cheeky win condition. If he had Mach Punch, he'd kill my Camerupt, but yeah. But so I went for Quick Guard to stop the Mach Punch so I can take them both out. I was wrong in the play. He does bring out his Camerupt here, but either way. So right here is one of the interesting things. I'm not entirely certain of speed tiers all of the time. And I know for a fact that my Mega Camerupt is modest, and I don't know if it has 0 speed, because I think I really screwed up when I made that Camerupt. So I'm going to just swap out into Gastrodon. His Camerupt can't beat my Gastrodon, so I'm going to just swap out into my Gastrodon. Now, he ends up going for Heat Wave, which I believe I would have survived if I stayed in. And even, I think since I was Mega Evolved already, I would have outsped anyway, but we'll have to see. That's not something I was willing to risk. He is going to take out my Mr. Mime here, which is okay. I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally okay with that. Now I'm going to bring my Tyranitar here because, again, Camerupt is faster than my Camerupt. I'm going to just assume that. So I'm going to bring out my Tyranitar. He can't really beat me here. He is going to withdraw because he does have one Pokemon in the back. It's going to be the Conkeldurr. But interestingly enough, predicting him to protect with the Camerupt, I actually just double into, well, not double, I actually go for the Earth Power onto the Conkeldurr, hoping to catch the Porygon too, but even if he switched out, it still would have taken him out, and a Crunch onto that slot. Now the Crunch was an interesting play. I think I maybe would have preferred a Rock Slide, but worked out. Oh, I wouldn't have taken out the Porygon too. That's interesting. He does switch out the Porygon too, which I think was probably one of the coolest plays. I gotta give it to him. He switched out for the Storm Drain. He ends up getting Storm Drain, which means I can't use a water type attack onto his Camerupt. So I go for a Rock Slide to hopefully damage the Camerupt a bit, and then an Earth Power to take it out. And I was right, so that worked. I think I missed the rock slide, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but it worked out pretty well. And now it's just a win. I've got 3 Pokemon, he's got 1, there's nothing that he can really do. I'm going to Protect to avoid a turn of Tri-Attack to rack up some damage with Crunch and Sand, and then we're going to just finish him off the next turn. That's just how it works. You just slowly whittle it down with the Sand, and eventually you will win! So, he's going to go for the Tri-Attack. I thought this was going to kill me. It did not, which I'm kind of happy. I mean, it's going to kill me because of Burn, but it didn't kill me. I was pretty surprised about that. And we do enough with the Crunch and the Earth Power that even if the Earth Power didn't kill, the Sand would have. So that was a good turn for us, and that was a good battle for us. So next episode is going to be the last battle of the tournament, because it is the last battle of the tournament. Winning this battle let me get to the finals. So that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to catch you guys at the next episode. Peace.